Om Shanti. Good evening. Hello everyone. Welcome to today's online webinar. Our topic is self-empowerment through meditation, and today is our session 4. So let me introduce Brahma Kumaris in a short. For those who join for the first time, Prajapita Brahma Kumari Ishwariya Vishwavidyalaya, founded in 1936, and it has 20 different wings. Raj Yoga Education and Research Foundation, sister organization of Brahma Kumaris. So Brahma Kumaris doing the service in different sectors of society to the help of 20 different wings. Out of them, IT wing is one. So who we are, what we do in IT wing of Brahma Kumaris. Here, IT professionals who are active practitioners of applied spiritual concept and meditation while living in the work-life structures. So how to imbibe the spiritual knowledge and practice Raj Yoga meditations and become human being to human from human doing to human being. That's what we all IT professionals practice. And it's a present IT wing. RERF is a global NGO, and we believe in the applied spirituality. So there are SIT team in Pune, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Delhi, in few smart cities of India, where we conduct different sessions for the IT professionals. So our main objective is to bring the internal transformations in the professionals, especially in the IT sectors. And till date, more than 50,000 IT professionals got benefited, and we have conducted many sessions in different IT organizations like Microsoft, TCS, IBM, Cognizant, and many more. So to know more about Brahma Kumaris, you can explore in our website www.brahmakumaris.org, and you can also visit our bkitwing.org. So as I told, our intention in this IT webinar is to apply spirituality for the IT professionals. And we here practice different techniques of Raj Yoga meditations, very useful techniques we learn, and many more IT professionals got benefited from our session, online and offline as well. So as I told, in last 6 years, so many IT professionals got benefited. So let's welcome our speaker, Sister Archana, who is the director and founder of Organization Development Coach and Consultant, Design Thinking Specialist in Winstar Consulting, and she is associated with Brahma Kumaris from 90 years. She conducted many workshops on self-management, meditation lab, and in many educational institutions also. She has conducted sessions, and she is volunteer facilitator for the global NGO Bihasa Living Values. She worked in companies like TCS, Infosys, and she has 25 plus years of corporate experience across the globe. So welcome, sister. Welcome to today's session. So we have explored in our last 3 sessions, we have explored many powers, their usage and their benefits. Today we are going to explore many more powers as part of 8 powers, the attainments through Raj Yoga meditations. So over to you, sister. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I feel really delighted to have done this journey with you all, where I'm exploring the 8 powers, and it's been a nice journey for me also to go deeper within, and sharing is also a way of learning and reinforcing. I hope it's been a delightful journey for you all also today. So today we will be looking at the 4 powers that we have not yet looked at in detail. Couple of them we will dive deeper, and couple of them will just run through it. It will be more of a meditation oriented exercise today. Small micro meditations to implement these powers. So are you with me? Are you ready, everybody? It will be great if you come on the videos also, because today half session will be done by you all, because we are at the end of the series. So we are going to do some breakout conversations. We will divide the whole room into 8 small rooms, and you will be talking like you're talking in the main room, just that there will be few participants, and there will be one particular power assigned to you. So listen to the whole session carefully. We'll be also recapping, touching through the 8 powers. And in that small conversation, you will be discussing your insights and implementation on the power, and then coming back and sharing with the whole room. So please be comfortable. If you're not ready to come on the video, it's okay, but please be participative and be mentally available with us.
Yes,
So
video is enabled, so I request participants to switch on video and make it an interactive session. Thank you.
Okay, so can I share my screen now?
Yes, sister, you can share.
Okay, thank you. All right, so here we are on the power to accommodate. Last session we ended on this power. So before we begin, I would invite you to be very still. Take few deep breaths and switch on the light in the center of your forehead. Sitting in your awareness, going very deep within. Experience that stillness and silence. Thanking myself to make myself available to learn something, to co-create something with like-minded people for my self-progress. And thanking the Almighty God to create this opportunity for all of us to be here together, safe, and looking forward for self-progress. Let's feel the blessings from the source, from the supreme power, showering upon each one of us equally and abundantly. Feel like a shower of light right above your head, bathing you in light of peace, in light of all the almighty powers, and the light of unconditional love and support. Feel a golden aura surrounding you. Feel that protection in the canopy of light from the Supreme Light. Feeling empowered, let's come back in the awareness of the being of light, the master of sense organs, in the center of forehead, between the eyebrows, a tiny point of light who's experiencing the vibrations sent through the ears, eyes, and processing. Being the master, being the unique divine, tiny point of light, yet very powerful. Thank you. So coming to the power of accommodation, it is, as you can see in the picture, there is a big ocean right in front of us. How do you feel when you are in front of ocean? Have you ever experienced going near a beach? Would somebody like to share? your feelings, your observations, your insights when you are near an ocean? How do you feel? Imagine that you are in Goa or in any other favorite beach in Konkan area or in Kerala, the coastal lines of India. A very pristine, beautiful beach, and the tides come and touch your feet, and they go back in the ocean, and then the next tide come in. And you're standing all alone in front of this vast ocean. And now, if you want to appreciate the qualities of the ocean, what comes to your mind? Would you like to share?
Yeah, Prisa sister can speak. Please unmute yourself, sister. Yeah, sister Prisa.
Okay, they have shared on the chat. Feels like the beach is calling me, abundance of nature. Prisha is not able to unmute, she says. So maybe we need to allow the participants to unmute themselves. Those of you who have not shared, go ahead and share on the chat, or you can raise your hand and Sister Swapna will unmute you. Okay, so I hope you have come back from the beach and you are here with us. So in the interest of time, I'll go ahead and share what I usually feel and what I've heard others also share. That we feel that the ocean is so vast, yet it is so cool, so calm. It is so much, deep, and it accommodates a vast set of species. And anytime we go near the ocean, we feel so peaceful, we feel so calm, and we feel so much grounded. And in fact, it takes away all the negative energy also. They say that the salt water, if it touches our feet, it cleanses our aura. So it can accommodate anything, any stress, any negative energies that we carry out. And if you see in this picture here, there's so many rivers. So if you see, where do all the rivers go? They come from the mountain and they go and meet somewhere in an ocean. So that's the journey of a river. And the river carries so many things with it, and then there are also, if you look at Bombay, there's so many gutters and so many industrial waste and so many things. All of that is also going and merging into the ocean. But the ocean is just so silent and deep. It merges all the good and the bad and everything. And it just is always giving the cool and the calm. That's its nature. It's just making anyone coming closer to it feeling relieved, feeling peaceful, feeling abundant, and being so vast, so big, yet so grounded and so silent. So that is the metaphor used for the power to accommodate. So all of us have this power inside of us in that tiny point of light, that microchip, that software that is inside of us running this body hardware. So it is one of our powers to accommodate, to adjust, to take all the good and bad and, yet be grounded and be okay with it. So let us explore deeply what is the usage of this power and how do we use it. So it helps us to be the master of all sense organs, and we can adjust easily. We can adapt to changes, and we can love unconditionally. Like if we are a parent and we have our children, then the children are naughty also, and children have so many good things also, right? So, and we know their specialities, we know their weaknesses. but we don't go and talk about our children's weakness out there in the world on our Facebook and social media and Instagram. But we definitely talk about the good things, right? If they have achieved something in life, if they have done something, that we are all proud of, if they've got a job, if they've graduated from somewhere, we like to post their pictures and talk only about the good things. So that is the unconditional love, and the parent is always giving, giving, and giving. Doesn't matter if the child was listening, not listening, if they did some mistake also, the parent will never hold any grudges for the child. Similarly, the supreme parent is also with all of us children on this earth planet. All of us are worshipping to God in our in our times of difficulty, and we all look at that unconditional support in our own ways, definitely, because we expect that unconditional love from God, just as we as parent do to our children. God is also with us, giving that unconditional love. So that power of giving that unconditional love is definitely there within all of us. That is how we have experienced it from our parents, and that is how we are able to give it when we are a parent also. So this is that power to accommodate, where we can accommodate everyone's weakness by being that, being operating from that space of being a parent in that situation. And it frees us from the expectations and desires. Unconditional love means, there is no expectation. It is irrespective of whether my expectation or the image that I have in my mind about certain situation or certain people, even if it is not met, even if the reality is different from how I have, made a picture in my mind, I can still give, I can still be accommodating, I can still be adjusting. If the change is inevitable everywhere all around us, we make so many plans, but what if the plans don't go according to how we planned? Then what do we do? So to accept, it is accept, and then next step is, what do we do now? So it is that power to acceptance that brings uh, this power to accommodation that brings us the acceptance. And it also keeps us free from all the waste and negative things like the gossips, talking the criticism and the complaint about others, about situation, about the world, about politics, about climate, about everything else. So things that we cannot change, having that acceptance, having that power to accommodate, and accommodating it and still being in my own nature, not like accommodating and filling myself with all the filth. It's like it's just merged, it's not there at all. When things come to me, they just become like me. Like ocean doesn't change its nature, even though so many different things come from so many different, you know, parts of the world to it. It just remains that vast, cool, calm. So that is the power to accommodate. That is when we really, really accommodate. And it keeps our mind, so cool and so free from waste and negative. And it brings a sort of empowerment within when we use this power in situations. So to practice, we already did a small practice before we begin talking about it, to feel cool and calm like a vast ocean, being near the ocean and feeling that strength from the ocean, and being content and grateful. So let's do a small practice to see the how do we develop this power. To be able to develop this power, we need to be able to see specialities in everything and everyone around us, developing that eye of appreciation, developing that eye of having that appreciative inquiry instead of running the questions in a negative pattern, like why isn't this working? Why does this happen to me only always? All this why don't they understand? All this is, looking at the negative pattern, like the complaining part or the criticizing part, then we are not using that power. We are depleting that power, and it's depleting us and depleting people around us and the task and the situations. So, how do we change this to a positive one by making a habit of doing this appreciative inquiry all the time, seeing the specialities in others, invoking the specialities in others by way of doing that reflective, helping them to bring it to their awareness of their own specialities. So that way we are empowering ourselves and we are also empowering others in any conversation, in any situation. So how do we replace that, why is this not working? What question do you think should we ask instead of that? If something is not working in IT world, there's so many errors and systems and so many things that we do. So what should we ask instead of asking why is this not working? What should be a positive inquiry? Anybody? You can chat or you can share.
Everything has its own goodness in it, so that we try to see it clearly, what it has, what he has, what she has.
Yeah,
we
try to see clearly.
looked into in a positive way. Some person totally, maybe 99% very good, very bad person. However, we have to see the 0.01 point of possibility. We try to see it. At that time, we can change ourselves, our negative thoughts into positive thoughts. Repeatedly, we think like this so that we can manage. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, having that eye for looking at the speciality, even if the person has 99% of weaknesses or 99% of the things that are not how it should be, still trying to find out what is that 0.01% speciality in that person, that it can't happen that somebody doesn't have any speciality. So thank you for that share, sister. So when it comes to the situations, when things are not working, we directly tend to even in our own self-talk, if something is not working for me also, why is this not working? So how do I replace it to a positive inquiry? I would try to replace it with, okay, what is already working? Building that, what is already going well, and now what can I do? So these small changes help us to build on what is there, and then what can I do here onwards? So you will see that, there will be a replacement from from why to wah. There's no why over there. It will be a series of, okay, wow. This is good, this is nice. Okay, now what next? What can I do to make it better? That is the kind of reflective inquiry that we can do with ourselves and also with others. So replacing every why with wow. Okay, or in Hindi we say wah. So that is a small technique to develop this power to accommodate and implement it in daily life. So let us do this small practice of seeing the speciality in myself, in others, and in my life story. Let's be very still. Okay, bring all your attention to your breath. Take few deep breaths very gently and deeply. Switch on the light in the center of your forehead. Bring back your attention to your consciousness. Feel the light of peace flowing in your whole body. And in this relaxed and positive, peaceful mindset, imagine that you are sitting in a theater all alone. And guess what? On the screen, the movie of your own life is going on. Look at yourself from childhood till now, the journey of your own life. Where were you born? What did you do? Who's your family and friends like? And then so on as you go on to your school, college, job, family, or wherever in the world you are, neighbors, co-workers. Bringing my life drama right in front of me, my life story right in front of me, witnessing like an observer. Now bringing attention to all those people who have helped me to be who I am today. Bringing my attention to all those scenes where I felt that I'm very lucky. It was very fortunate that this happened. Being thankful to all those people and to all those scenes in the eternal story. And being thankful to yourself also to have taken those necessary steps, to have shown that courage, to have done something that you feel proud about yourself. Thankful to your own body to sustain you through all this journey, to all your qualities and specialities gifted by God. Bringing my attention to that unconditional invisible support called God, Supreme Father, teacher, guide at every step through different people, different situations. That energy was always with me, protecting me, guiding me, whether I was aware or not aware. Having this direct connection and taking this time to thank the Almighty God, my Father, my mother, my teacher, my friend, my guide. Now I invite you to make a note of thanking to yourself, to all the important people in your life journey, to the life drama story so far, and to the most important person in our life, God, the invisible light, the invisible force, source, the supreme power. To develop this power, to see speciality in others is the quality, right? So let's start that with this small practice that we just did in meditation. Take 2 minutes to write at least one line thank you note, and you can build on it post the session. You can make it a daily habit also to write a thank you note, to build your contentment, to bring that, wow feeling all the time in self, in others, in the story of drama with God, so that our attitude of complaining, our attitude of criticizing is automatically diminishing. To diminish darkness, we don't have to go after removing the darkness in certain way. We only switch on the light and the darkness is gone. So that is how to build a power, to build that positivity. We just need to develop it by bringing our attention to something new, a new habit. So feel like you're like a content shining, gem, a diamond. when you're very content and you're grateful, and you're operating from that space, suddenly you're shifting from operating from a space of fear, complaint, to a space of being more content and building more onto it with a feeling of contentment and happiness. So identifying that what went well today in myself, in others, actors that you came in connection with, in the story of the day, and to the God. This is how we can journal it every day. Today, we had a look at your whole life journey. So if you're finished noting down these points, we can move on to the next part of the session. Okay, so we just did the exercise, the meditation. Now I'll just recap the power to discern and decide. We had seen this power even in the first session. Now let's look at the usage. The power to discern is, being able to clearly discern. The metaphor here is given that a jeweler can very easily identify which is a false gem and which is a true gem, or which is a 24 karat gold and which is not a gold, right? So they have certain techniques, and for gems and diamonds, they have that eye to see for that detail. Yeah. So that power is within all of us to identify the false from the truth. And that inner subconscious is always guiding us towards what is right, according to the moral compass. So when the mind is very silent, we can see very clearly. Like in still water, we can see things very clearly, right? What is beneath the water. If you ever sat near a still river or a still lake, you can see your own reflection also very clearly. So likewise, when we use the power to withdraw, the first power, the mind becomes very silent, withdrawn from the external world and the stimulus, and focused inside. In that space of stillness, we see the clarity. So it helps in gaining the clarity, seeing the truth very clearly, getting guidance from the divine. We can also pop a question in mind and surrender it to the divine and just be available to listen. And the answer will pop in our mind with practice, or we will, get the answer through somebody else, or when we wake up, suddenly the answers will be in our mind. So you can experiment that. It helps us to make accurate decisions. When we have multiple options, with clarity, we can see all the options. And how do we develop this? With the connection with the Supreme. We have done this practice before. The city of lights, just as I am a light. Imagine that you're in a flying carpet and you're above the city and you can see a city of lights. Every person is a point of light shining and giving them the light. And then traveling above to a world of light. And from there also giving the light back to the planet. So this helps in charging the soul battery, bringing that clarity, gaining that clarity, having that connection with self and with others. And then it helps us to walk on the path of truth, on the righteous path. Gives us the power to walk on our values of integrity, honesty, courage, everything else. We feel empowered. So reflection on my life story so far as an actor. What are my strengths and qualities that I used whenever I was victorious? So you just saw the movie of your own life, right? So every time you achieved something, every time you were victorious, every time you overcame an obstacle, what qualities were there in you? What was at work? So in that moment of stillness, we can see that very clearly and bring our qualities, our treasures inside of us to surface and use it more often. The beauty of spiritual energies is that, the more we use it, the more they become us. And the more, they spread around into the world, in tasks, in relationships. So just by knowing, the name of the power and that we have it is not enough. Having certain techniques to develop this power more often uh, is what will really, really empower us. So based on our churning and from seniors classes and the books and how I have learned from the meditation centers at the Brahma Kumaris, the divine godly versions that we all read together. Here I have put some thoughts together. But when you start practicing and you spend some time in your own churning, writing at least 1 page a day, making it so simple that it's impossible to fail. Like you decide that I'll write only one line. One line is very easy, right? It's impossible to fail in that kind of a goal. And then it is highly likely that you will scale to writing to a page, then writing more. Writing helps us to slow down our thoughts and then churn all these knowledge gems that we receive, that effort that you're taking to come together in a gathering like this and, gather some knowledge gems in a group. Then it will become personalized only when we churn it. So to churn it, the easiest tool is write. Because if we do only in the mind, it's highly likely that we'll get into the stories and suddenly we'll be lost into some waste and negative thinking. And then we are tired and we say that I can't meditate or I can't contemplate. So the best way is, start churning. The more you churn this knowledge gems inside, the mind becomes more silent and more empowered with positive thoughts. The neurons and the brain wiring start changing to a more positive and content, and you're always looking at positive inquiries, positive thoughts, what's going well, what's working well, what can I do, what my options are, what my strengths are, what went well today. So this churning is developing your powers, and you can do your own churning on each of these 8 powers also every single day. We'll do that in the breakout today as a conversation, and later you can do it every day. So reflecting on what are my gifts from God. There are certain things that you feel that these are gifts, these are talents that are given by God. All of us are unique. All of us have something different in us. That is how the world is made. We are all equal, but we're not same. Each one of us has some different speciality. So identifying those gifts, being thankful. So what are my most important virtues, core values, how these values have embedded themselves in me and become part of my personality? How can I use these values more often? So these are certain questions for your journey. You can either note them down or take a photo of it to develop this power to discern. And it helps us to develop the values of purity, happiness, peace, love, bliss, knowledge, power. These are 7 virtues. Like how we have 8 powers, we have 7 virtues inside all of us. Universally, we want these things. Yeah, even if we have everything for our physical comfort, like a good home with nice furniture, a nice car, a good job, good family, everything. But yet, if there is no harmony in the relationship, if there is no love, we don't have any love in our relationships at work, at home, or if there is no peace at home, everybody's fighting, or there's so much of stress, or or we don't have knowledge about certain things, then how uncomfortable we become, or if there is lack of power, we have the knowledge, we have everything, but we don't have that power to do it, to bring it to implementation, or to face situations in adverse situation, or to I know that I need to be peaceful, but yet I'm not able to do that, then there is some lack of power, right? So we need all of these things. Just as if you are to walk in, you're given 2 choices to take one room out of the 2 room. One room is very messy, you walk into a hotel on a vacation or something. One room is very messy, the carpet is dirty, the bed sheets are smelling, and things are, here and there is some clutter thrown around. And the other room is very neat, tidy, clean, all white bed sheets, nice, aroma in the room, and a good view and everything. So which room would you prefer? Would you prefer the clutter room or would you prefer the neat room? Anyone? What is your natural inclination? Say something on the chat. Are you with me? Or voice it? Is it a very difficult question? The clean room, right? Obviously the neat room. So what about the mind? In the mind, do we like to have a mind full of, all the negativity, the ways thinking, the past thinking? We hold, negative experiences. The brain is wired like that it tightly holds the negative experiences and positive experiences just go the way. So consciously we have to rewire the brain. Yeah. So purity is that first thing. The peace, the happiness, the power can reside only in a pure mind. So that is the first need. Everybody wants a clean room, clean, organized spaces to work, to stay, to live. And that is how all these other values also, peace, happiness, love, bliss, power, all this can blossom with the first value, which is purity. That is first and foremost need of the soul. And purity means a clean heart, no grudges for anybody, no wishful thinking for no vicious thinking for anybody. Free from greed, free from attachment, free from anger, free from lustful thoughts, free from all these vices, and a completely pure, clean mind, clean heart. So that is the first thing that we all seek. We know that we want it, we know that we like it. And because it is not there, so all the other things, the foundation is purity. And because the foundation is missing, so then everything else is also, going haywire here and there. The mind is fluctuating, the energy is depleting. So to fix all the other values and all the other powers, the first and foremost need is bringing that purity, because that is what we all seek internally. That is what we want. Free from waste and negative, very clean heart. And for that, the most foundation practice is, practicing soul consciousness. Not having this ego consciousness of the body. And the body has the acquired self. I existed even my name was not there, right? It is a label given to me by my parent. Yeah. And then I acquired other things along my journey, my education, my qualification, my role, my profession, the possessions that I bought. If I start identifying with my role and with my possession as me, as my identity, then I'm operating from a space of ego. And that ego will actually bring all the waste, negative attachment, lustful thought, everything of mine, which is actually not mine, but identifying with myself. And that is the root cause. So at Brahma Kumaris, the first thing that we practice is soul consciousness. Identifying myself as a being of light. I'm the master of sense organs. I'm the master of the body. And everything else is my role. All souls are equal. Everybody deserves that respect. Everybody is unique. I am unique. That brings that acceptance of people and situations around me. And once I start identifying and operating that I am the doer, the one who's speaking is soul. And there is an experiment done in neuroscience also. Like do you know that the hearing aid was developed by one Indian? People who can't hear the vibrations, ear doesn't listen. It takes the vibrations to the brain, and then brain processes it as an electric pulse and listens. So with hearing aid, what they're doing, they're just taking the sound vibration and passing it to the brain center, where the brain processes it, that signal. And that signal is again going, processed as a electric pulse. And where is this electric pulse coming from? In a very small untouched space in the center of the forehead between two glands, hypothalamus and one more gland. I'm not a medical person, so can't recall, but I know this knowledge because I've read it. So that is the conscient energy, that soul that is processing. So who's listening? It's the soul who's listening the vibrations. Similarly, for the visuals also, people who are blind and can't see, now the brain-machine interaction technology is able to bring that vibration of the pictures, the images, give it to the brain center where it processes, and that electric pulse. So it's the soul, right? So everything is like a vibration coming to me, and the soul is processing that vibration. So that knowledge again brought into the experience that I am the conscient energy soul who's seeing through the eyes, who's listening through the ears, who's speaking through the mouth. It's actually a matter of practice. The more we come into that awareness, that invisible light, but yet I am there. And me, the light, the being of light, I am the doer, I am the master. That basic identification as a soul and looking at everybody else as a originally innately very pure divine soul, that is the foundation to bring that purity of mind. And on that foundation, we build the ladder of all the values and virtues and powers that we all want to have to lead a content and fulfilling, loveful, joyful life. So if anybody has any questions in this area, please feel free to raise your hands. If not, then I move on. And then we had also looked at the power to decide. So once we have this knowledge, this clear knowledge of what is real. Real is I am a soul and everything else is perishable. Soul is a metaphysical energy. It can neither be created nor it can be destroyed. It's on a journey, right? And costume after costume, we come into different roles. From that knowledge and from that experience, we can make accurate decisions to create the exchange of energies, which is only positive in the world around. So it helps us to make quick and accurate decision, choosing the right path from the options available, helps us to be alert, active and enthusiastic. Consistent behavior, it helps us to bring things into the willpower, to bring the ideas into action. Somebody want to speak something? I'm hearing a voice. And the practice is, I am the master, I'm valuable, I'm capable, I'm unique, I'm victorious, light worker. You're being of light and you're spreading light. Applications. What decisions taken now for my self-empowerment through meditation will be helpful to lead a peaceful, happy, and healthy life ahead? So ask this question to yourself and reflect and write down. Now that you have the knowledge, now that you can see everything clearly, so what do you want to decide to lead a peaceful life ahead? And how do I feel about this decision? What will support me to make it happen? What are my resources? What will I do as my next step from today? And what will I do in this week? This is the implementation of power to decide, to bring your ideas into action. On anything you can run this. Now in the context of self-empowerment through meditation, let us reflect. To bring my self-empowerment with all this knowledge that I have, what decision I want to make? How do I feel about this decision that I'm taking? What will support me to make it happen? And what are my resources in terms of that will support me? The resources, the tools that will support me on this journey of this decision. What will be my next step? And what will I do this week? Okay, so now the power to face. Power to face. What do you see in this metaphor here? What is happening in this picture here? क्या हो रहा है यहाँ पे? Okay, imagine that there is a big storm or a very high tide, and you're standing right in front of, or you're going in a boat. Have you all ever seen the storms? कैसा होता है storm? You know, a storm in a sea. So many hurricanes come. You might have seen in the news and TV, na? So when a hurricane comes, what happens at the center?
Calmness in the center. We have to move into core because there is any effect of the storm in the core, so that we go that places to save ourselves. Thank you.
Yeah, at the center of the storm, there is stillness. So if a sailor is, sailing a ship or a boat and suddenly there is a storm, so what they try to do instead of fighting with the storm, they try to get to the center, because at the center it's really cool and calm. And when the storm, along with the storm, with the center, they are safe. And when the storm calms down, they can sail through the life, through their journey to their destination. So that is that power. Power to face is like, whenever there are adverse situations against you, you have to stand through that courage and go within, go to your center, go to your, go within and go to your own resources, to your own treasures, where there is stillness, where there is silence. And in that silence, when you're connected and grounded with yourself, the situation outside will also, that same vibration spreads outside. You know that you are the creator, right? We are the creator of our life. And we have learned that even the science is proving to us these days that it's all a interplay of vibrations. The vibrations come to us, the soul processes, and then we send outside. So if we operate from that space that I am the master, I am the creator, then we are creating those vibrations and sending those vibrations outside. So when we go within, practice that stillness, and consciously send out the peaceful thoughts, then the situation outside also, in the face of adverse situation, they silent down. There are so many experiments done with the matter also, with Dr. Isoromoto. If you see that video or pictures on the net, you will see that a Japanese scientist has done experiments of thought vibrations on water. And even Brahma Kumaris chief, he had experimented with her Dadi Janki ji. When she was meditating, he kept a glass of water and he crystallized them and looked at them in the microscope. So they were beautiful designs. And another room, he had a glass of water with label, only label, not even spoken something, but I hate you, I'll kill you, or all the negative words. And then he crystallized them, he made them into ice, and the crystals were formed, and he looked at into microscope, very dirty, like virus kind of thing, or some microbes, or were developed into that. So that is how our thought vibrations are even impacting the matter. So if we become very still and silent inside, the matter also becomes silent. There have been so many natural calamities and catastrophes around the world, and wherever there was Brahma Kumaris center, only that center was safe. Only that space was safe. How? Because there were the vibrations of meditation, vibrations of peace and stillness. And even in that, times of chaos, they were meditating. They were obviously listening to the, to the instructions from the government if there were evacuation or things like that. But continuously they were meditating. So it is proven that in any adverse situation, if we just go within, we become silent inside, and we send out the vibrations of those peaceful thoughts, the situations, the matter, everything else also comes from chaos to a order. So it is that power that we all have within, and we can develop it. And this power is very much necessary to deal with all situations. So it helps us to be responsible and be courageous also. we just shared, it is safe at the eye of the storm. Just like that, it is safe within, inside. Connect with ourselves, connect with the Almighty God. Just as we are metaphysical energy, God is also metaphysical energy. Neither it can be created nor it can be destroyed, eternal. The only difference is that we go into life and death, with the God, metaphysical energy, is just a director of the whole drama, never comes into the interplay of souls and matter. It's just there giving and giving. So anyway, those are further lessons. What is the part of God, and why we all worship God, why there is a memory of God in every soul. You can learn details at the Brahma Kumaris centers. So feeling the protection and offering the protection, in the face of adverse situation, having that congruence in thought, speech, and action. That also requires courage to walk on your path, to walk the talk, because it's very easy to think something, but to bring it into implementation, to bring that congruence, that's what builds the credibility, the trust with people with whom you work. So it requires that courage to really keep going, to have that perseverance, to do what it takes to say, think, and do in an integrity. So it is that power that helps us. Next is the power to cooperate. Now, what do we see here? We see here two people shaking hands. Yeah. And another picture, there are so many people only with their tiny little finger, but a huge mountain is being uplifted. Now, this picture comes from one of the scriptures in India, Gita, the very famous scripture, basically the foundation scripture of the religion. So in that scripture, there is one, there is one story where the huge mountain was lifted when there was a huge storm coming, and the Krishna didn't do anything. He just, gave them the power and told them, all you have to do is just, I'm giving you the power, just give cooperation of your one finger, and you can uplift this mountain and you'll be safe. So it's a metaphorical story, but the idea behind it that even huge mountains can be uplifted with a small tiny drop support from everybody together. I'm sure you might have heard many stories even in your life, even in so many places in day-to-day life. Also, we see how people get united and they can move mountains. They can really do things together. So many in history also, we have seen so many in India, freedom fighters struggle, how Gandhiji got the whole nation together to so many movements. So it's at a larger level, it has a smaller level, it's in everyday life also. Like, we need help from everybody. We have domestic helpers at home, that we have family. At workplace also, we are a team. So this power helps us to build that camaraderie, to build that, team spirit, harmonious way of working together. It helps to bring the collaboration, positive team spirit, collaboration, bring success, win-win situation for all, selflessness. To develop this power, we have to be selflessly giving. Because if you bring one idea and you want others to cooperate, then others will cooperate only if they don't have a slightest doubt that, it is for your selfish motive. We want others to cooperate, but how others will cooperate? Only when we give it out there. Yeah. So it helps us to be selfless and just give. And know that the principle is that, giving is always and always receiving. Once we understand this principle, then we'll never be, shying away from giving. Because what is going out there is what is coming back to us from the universe. The more we give out there, the more we are going to get it back in our life. So bigger the challenges and the task, it becomes easy. All the bigger challenges and tasks, if done together, divided in responsibilities divided, it becomes easy, right? So that's how we lead the life, right? At home also, there's so many tasks and so many things, but we divide amongst family members, amongst domestic helpers, and that's how we lead a comfortable life from morning to night. At work also, we do that, right? We divide the task within the team. Everybody knows their role. that is not enough, right? How do we bring that team spirit? How do we bring that belongingness, that accountability, that we all belong together? That culture of family everywhere. So for that, we have to practice giving and giving selflessly. So how do we give? One very easy thing is giving good wishes from mind that you can give to anybody, to strangers also. You're going on morning walk, start practicing, seeing everybody as a point of light in their mind and give any good wish. I may all be well with you always. I wish you peace and strength. May God be always with you. May you get a lot of happiness in your life. I wish you a lot of abundance and health, healthy living. जो भी आपके मन में आता है, whatever comes to your mind, just give good wishes abundantly to whoever you see from morning till night. Don't let this mind be empty, wander here and there. Keep it busy in giving good wishes. Whenever you have a task, come to the task. Rest of the time, give good wishes. So this practice helps us to build this power to cooperate. Application. How will you apply it? How I churn and apply it? I'm just sharing it here. Giving good wishes to everyone in my connection. Consciously in my meditation in the morning, I bring my family members and people I work with, and I give them good wishes through mind. I give them peace. I give them love, God's powers. I look at them in their highest form. If some team member is not punctual, then I say that you are very punctual. If somebody is not, doing things on the right time, then I just say you're very regular, you're very punctual, you're a morning person. I just bless them with all the good things. And things start to happen, I give them power, I give them love, God's love. You are my good friend. If there is a conflict, somebody is whatever I do but not cooperating, not behaving well, then I just say, you are my good friend, you're my good friend, you're my good friend. And also looking at that consciousness with everybody. Being an invisible friend to many in your life. You don't need to, explicitly mention that, I'm giving you good wishes every day, I wish well for you. Just be an invisible friend. I meet so many different people, new set of people almost every week, because I'm a corporate trainer, I'm a facilitator. So group of 40, 50 will come. Then I just be my invisible, I have become their invisible friend. From mind also, I'm always taking care of them because I'm only holding space for them. I have deep care and concern for their well-being. So if I operate from that space, now automatically they also cooperate very well. So giving good wishes to all to heal the hearts on the planet, because planet has a way of healing itself. It's a cycle. It's only the heart that needs to be healed on the planet. So giving good wishes to entire planet. Feel that you're in the space as a light worker, and just giving from both your hands, from your mind, from everywhere, spreading the light of peace to the whole planet, to all the shining stars on the earth, taking from Almighty the point of light, the source, and giving it as a satellite. And then choose to offer support in actual also, wherever possible. Give your talent, give your time, give that ear to listen, help at home, everywhere. The more you give and give. In pandemic, we had so many opportunities. People didn't have domestic workers. When the neighbors used to fall sick, instead of waiting that whether somebody will, ask us something and then we will give, what, if we call and, hey, how are you doing about your food? I am sending you food, I'm sending you breakfast, lunch. We just used to pack lunch, keep it at the door, come back. So many people, but we impacted them for their life just by doing these small acts of kindness. In everyday life also, somebody is asking for address and we're showing as if we are busy. No, just wait, show them the address. If you're walking out of your office space, there is a door, just pull the door for somebody else, wait for somebody else to walk before you. These small acts of kindness builds a huge amount of, giving, selfless giving out there in the world. And it brings us all back. That's the secret. The more you give, you get cooperation from everywhere. You'll experience this magic. Start it from today. All right. So now, what's the time? Oh, we already passed 6:05. So we have another 30 minutes. So I will invite you to do a breakout room discussion. We have walked through all the 8 powers, and here is, a small picture and recap. First was power to withdraw, going within, switch on the light, be in your consciousness, power to discern, right and wrong, I'm a soul, I'm not a body, and everything else. Right, what is wrong, power to pack up, let go of unnecessary, be mindful, be in the present, let go of past, let go of future, be in the present, be available, be listening, be patient, and power to decide from multiple options, bringing into action, implement, power to face, power to cooperate, and a couple of powers missing in the picture, but they were power to accommodate and power to tolerate. I can show you. Yeah. So I hope it brings a recap to you of all the 8 powers, and they are very intuitive by name also, and I'm sure in your room one of the participants will be able to guide you with the brief. So I request Brother Pita Basha to put us into 8 different rooms for each power, and in your small room discuss what does that power mean to you and how will you apply it in your daily life.
Om Shanti. Yeah, we are ready with the breakout room.
Yeah,
Eight-
please
eight
click
pa-
on the
eight-
join button. जब आपको join button दिखेगा ना आपके screen पे, you have to click on the join button, and when the time is over, you will be automatically back to the main room. You don't need to click on any leave button ever. Okay, and by mistake, if you are out of the meeting, you can again rejoin the link and come back.
The
to the
time
meeting,
time
okay?
limit 10
So
minutes.
how many
10
minutes you're
minutes.
giving us, sister?
10 minutes given.
अच्छा, ठीक है, चलेगा. 3
Yeah.
people in each room, na, around. So
Yes,
we are
yes.
25. So
Yes.
8 minutes is also good.
Okay.
What's
Okay,
the power, insight on that power, and how are you going to apply? And when you come back to the main room, one person has to share for their room. You know, what was the point? Overall, आपके room के क्या points निकले in 1 minute. Okay? So one person should compile for others in your room.
Yes. Okay, so
Thank
we
you.
are opening the room. So please join your respective rooms. 1, 2, 3. Let's move to the room. ब्रदर हर्ष, आप भी ज्वाइन करें ब्रेकआउट रूम्स. हेलो Pitabas
Yes.
bhai?
Yes.
Yeah, Prisa sister, you can also join. You got the notification. Yeah. Harsh brother. Hello. Brother Pitabas, you can सुजाता सिस्टर, आप ब्रेकआउट रूम से बाहर आ गए?
हाँ, क्योंकि वहां पे मुझे कुछ सुनाई नहीं दे रहा था, और आई डोंट नो, मैं मोर में जा रही थी, लेकिन वो
अच्छा,
मैं
मैं
बाहर ही
आपको भेज
पड़ी।
रही हूँ, मैं अभी आपको भेज रही हूँ पावर टू पैकअप ग्रुप में, ठीक है? आप जाइए
ओके।
पावर टू पैकअप। सिस्टर श्री विद्या, आप वापिस आ गए?
हाँ सिस्टर भाई।
आप ब्रेकआउट रूम से बाहर आ गए?
हाँ, कैसे आगे मैं नहीं मालूम।
ओके, ओके, लेट मी। मैं आपको वापिस भेज रही हूँ, ठीक है?
हाँ ठीक है सिस्टर।
आप कौन से ग्रुप में थे?
एक्चुअली मैं 10 मिनट से बाहर चले गई, एक अर्जेंट काम पड़ा हुआ था, इसलिए
ओहो,
नहीं मालूम।
ओके, ओके, मैं भेज रही हूँ। सुभाष ब्रदर, यू आर, यू लेफ्ट ब्रेकआउट रूम्स? आप पावर टू डिसर्न ग्रुप में थे, श्री विद्या सिस्टर।
ओके सिस्टर।
लेकिन आपको मैं ऑन असाइन पे नहीं, आपको आया होगा मैसेज, आप ज्वाइन करो।
हेलो। ओम शांति।
ओम शांति।
हाँ जी, आई थिंक शायद टाइम ओवर हो गया है
जी
रूम
जी,
का।
8 मिनट्स
जी।
था, तो सभी वापस
ओके
मेन रूम पे आ चुके हैं। ऑल आर बैक टू मेन रूम। थैंक यू।
ओके ओके ओके। ओम शांति।
Thank you. So we would like to invite one by one from, I think, 8 rooms, different powers. So the first power is power to withdraw. So who was there in that room? Would like to hear your conversation. What was the insight and how you're going to apply? कौन था power to?
ओम शांति सिस्टर।
हाँ जी, ओम शांति. Please bring them to spotlight. Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry sister, my video is not
No
okay.
worries.
So रूम में एक्चुअली हम अकेले थे. So power to withdraw, that to my understanding is like given any situation we should not react immediately. So we should take some time, retreat back and analyze the situation and then act based on the situation, the best act that can be taken. Instead of reacting, we should be acting, and we should act only after taking proper, analyzing the situation properly, and then deciding what needs to be done.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for sharing the insight. Now the next power, power to, which is the power, next power, tell me. Power to pack up. Okay. So who was that room? Someone from that room, please quickly come. Share your insight and how you're going to apply. Share
think-
some personal example that I will do this from tomorrow with my boss or with my wife or with my husband. You know, something practical also. Yeah.
Prisa sister or Rasmi sister can share. Rasmi sister.
Yes. Rashmi sister, are you sharing?
Yeah, sister, you need to unmute yourself.
हाँ जी, ओम शांति। आई थिंक पावर टू पैकअप का सेशन अभी हो चुका रूम में, वो रिवाइज करें।
हाँ, वही आपके रूम में दोनों का मिला के क्या रहा आपका, वो बता दीजिए।
डिस्कशन जो
Just.
रहा, हाँ जी, वो अनावश्यक से आवश्यक में लाना, कि जो हमने अनावश्यक, पावर टू पैकअप माना समेटना, कि हमने जो अनावश्यक बहुत ज्यादा फैला लिया था उसको समेट करके शॉर्ट के जो आवश्यक यूजेज है, मतलब जो जितना है कि उतना आवश्यक में लेना। कंक्लूजन है कि अनावश्यक से आवश्यक आवश्यक चीजों को लेके चलेंगे तो अपने लाइफ को भी, अपने जीवन को भी सफल कर सकेंगे और तब फिर हम अपने जीवन को सेवार्थी भी बना सकेंगे। ओम शांति।
थैंक यू। कल से आप क्या नया करने वाले हैं? इस पावर को और बढ़ाने के लिए क्या करना चाहेंगे?
इसके लिए पावर टू पैकअप के लिए कि लेट गो भी, यहाँ जैसे फैमिली में रह के कि लेट, बहुत सारा अनावश्यक चीजें हमारे पास आती हैं तो लेट गो भी यहाँ पर अप्लाई करेंगे कि जाने दो, इग्नोर है, क्योंकि उसमें कि अपने लिए, सेल्फ के लिए जो मेडिटेशन की प्रैक्टिस भी करेंगे, कि मेडिटेशन करेंगे कैसे हम जो हमने अनावश्यक फैला दिया था उससे पैक करने के लिए अपने को स्वयं की लिस्ट बनाकर भी कर सकते हैं, किसी क्लास से भी कर सकते हैं, बार बार अपने को रिमाइंड करके, रिमाइंडिंग ड्रिल के थ्रू भी हम कर सकते हैं। कोई ड्रिल ऐसे बना के कि बार बार हमें उस पर फोकस कराए कि जो मेरे लिए यही सिर्फ प्रॉफिट है, मेरे लिए यही लाभदायक है, तो उसकी कोई भी प्रैक्टिस हम यूट्यूब से भी ले सकते हैं, या बाबा ने जो हमें, अगर हमें यहाँ ज्ञान का इंक्लूड किया तो बाबा ने बहुत सारे
मतलब अनावश्यक से ध्यान लीजिए। So to remove the unnecessary, you want to focus on what is necessary, and you want to make a list of what is necessary for you, and you want to consciously bring it to your awareness कि बस मुझे यही thought मेरे लिए important है और मुझे इसी thought के साथ चलना है सारा दिन।
यस यस, अपने माइंड की स्टेबिलिटी इसी में करना, माइंड को स्टेबल करना, अपनी स्टेज को स्टेबल।
Okay, I choose peace and stability is something like that.
Yes, 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 yes.
Thank you.
Welcome.
The next power, what is the next power? Power to withdraw हो गया, power to pack up हो गया. Now the third one.
Power to tolerate.
Yeah. So who was in that?
Vidani's sister, Smita's sister in that group.
Okay, anybody would like to share what your discussion was, gist of your discussion?
Yes, Om Shanti, sister. Yes, we discussed that when there is a criticism or any offensive behavior or anything, we would see it is as a tip of the iceberg, and there will be very underlying currents to someone's behavior. So it's not good to be reactive, and understanding that there is something more, we'll be tolerant, and by doing this, we will keep increasing our power. We'll be more and more powerful when this power of tolerance will increase once we understand and have this awareness and handle a situation, and this will only increase
Okay,
our
beautiful.
inner world. Yes.
Thank you. So you would like to empathize with others whenever they are in a reactive, somebody is not behaving in an appropriate manner. Instead of reacting and retaliating back, you'll
Yeah,
take a
instead
step
of
back.
judging and all, we will give it to,
You'll be
yes,
more compassionate and more empathetic that there is more to what we are seeing on the
the
surface,
surface.
and try to be compassionate with that person and support them, empower them. Beautiful
Om Shanti.
example of power to tolerate. Okay, Om Shanti. What is the next one? Power to
Power to
accommodate.
adjust. I think Sudarshan Bhai.
Who was there in that room? Power to accommodate, power to adjust.
Power to decide, power to discern. Anyone can start sharing. Ashwin brother can share your thought on power to decide in that room.
Madam, what really I could understand is, sometimes as previous sister mentioned, I used to be overreactive sometimes when I'm given feedback, by colleagues. Sometimes you are working, but you are thinking too much. You are not understanding the situations, ma'am. My job is only in the field of coordination, is only right now in inventory management, as well as call assigning, and maintaining and involving in service calls, madam, sometimes. So what I understood is feedback not to be is not to be taken so seriously, madam, sometimes. That I think only the experience sort of things will help, madam.
Yeah, if someone is bringing something to my awareness as a feedback for my improvement, that it is about the task, it is not about me, so that task can be changed, that behavior can be changed. But when we identify a feedback that, it was said to me, it was told to me, then we sulk, then we retaliate, then we hold grudges. But when we have this clear separation for others also and for self also, that task and people are different. So, in bringing that identification, that instead of judging people that you are like this, you are like that, instead of labeling them,
Yes,
if we
madam.
tell them that this particular behavior is appropriate, not the person as such. Person is nice, person is good, only that behavior in that moment. So, and for ourselves also that way, it is about that moment in that, maybe that behavior or that task, and it's for my own progress. So thank you for sharing. And this was with relevance to which power you associated this
Power to decide, madam.
power to decide. Okay. Mm-hmm.
We should not decide based on a single feedback,
Yeah,
madam,
having that clarity in
because
mind and deciding how to.
because the person in the organization may be more senior than me and can be seen more situations, but it may not be exactly true, madam.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so thank you. Each one of us has, our own situations, our own context, and there are multiple ways where how we can use this power. So this is how the power to churn. What we did was just, churned in a conversation. but we can do this even by writing every day. We have now this menu and brochure in front of us, the 8 powers, the 7 virtues, and the identity of self. So we can just apply that every day, bring it to our mind, the life situation, and think from that menu. Okay, which one I need to apply here? And churn more and how, and bring that to practice. And situations change. We can do that through the day also. With practice, it will become so automatic that we don't have to think later. We'll become more and more stable. The powers will be at our service right then. But we have to be patient in that journey. Thank you. Who else would like to go next?
Power to face, Krishna Kumari sister can speak.
Shanti sister, power to face. I was in the room. So, as a professional, I would face situations like misunderstandings with the managers and colleagues. So, whenever there is a situation, we need to analyze that situation, understand what is went wrong. When you are in a wrong situation, we need to have a strong willpower to face that situation. Okay, our intentions are right till that the things will go in a better way. If the things are going in a wrong way, even though we need to justify what went wrong and we need to make it clear. With a strong willpower, only we can face any kind of worse situation with a positive mind. Until then, the things will be left like that only, and you will be facing that problem as it is every time. If you do not solve that problem, then that one will be repeating every time. We have to be positive, calm, and with the right intention, we have to solve the situation. Take up the initiation for any kind of facing the problems. One initiation is required from our end.
Thank you.
So
Thank
that
you, sister. Very beautifully you summed up the word intention. Intention does everything. If the intention is right, then with that intention, we can solve and face any situation. Thank you.
Power to cooperate,
Thank you.
Silva sister
Yeah.
can share.
Okay, I think we are at 6:31, 1 minute past the session timing. So thank you so much for going and churning on these powers. I hope it got you opened up and we harvested the group wisdom in the whole room. So there was a good revision also of all the 8 powers and its application. And we encourage you to go back and look at the recordings also, those of you who have missed any session. We have done a very detailed discussion on each of these powers and applications, usage, reflections, small meditation practices. So I'm thankful to the organizing team to bring this opportunity to me to share with you all. And it certainly helped me also to be more empowered in my journey to use these powers in life. And
Thank you so
with
much,
that, yeah,
sister.
with that, I invite you to share on Mentimeter. This is the QR code you can scan with your phone, or you can go to menti.com and type this code. And you will see a slide. You have to give slight inputs over there about what was valuable to you, and on the scale of 1 to 10, how committed are you on bringing this to practice. I'm just going to that slide. Yeah. So either you can use the QR code and scan, or type menti.com and enter the code that you see on the screen in left bottom corner.
You can put in chat, sister, so that participants can take it from chat.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
Okay. So did you see my screen?
No.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought I was sharing. I'll share the screen also so you can see it. Now, can you see the screen?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Or you can go to menti.com and type the code. When you go there, you will see a screen with question. There will be 3 questions. Once you are done with the first question, we'll move on to the next question. First question is, what was valuable to me from the self-empowerment session series? So write your answers there. Everybody, I see so far only 2 responses. Please key in.
Sister, can we share this over email so that
Do you see my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll send you.
Can we
Yeah,
send
you
it
can.
to participants over email so that
Yeah,
those who
that's
join-
also possible. But actually, in live, we go to the next question in presentation. Like this, they can only see one. If I send an email, then they can see only one screen. Okay, what we'll do is maybe we'll send them over in 3 different links and we can send them an email also.
Yes, sister. Now I would request Smita sister to give vote of thanks for this wonderful session.
Om Shanti. Good evening. At the outset, I thank the Almighty Authority, the Supreme Father Shiv Baba, for giving us the opportunity to deliberate on self-empowerment through meditation. I like to thank our ITUing leaders, Chairperson of ITUing, Rajyogini Brahma Kumari Asha Didiji, ITUing National Coordinator, Rajyogini Brahma Kumari Madhu Didiji, ITUing Coordinator at Headquarter, Rajyogi Brahma Kumar Yashwant Bhaiji. I'd also like to thank Rajyogini Brahma Kumari Leena Didiji, Head of Bhubaneswar Subzone, Rajyogini Brahma Kumari Golab Didiji, Center in Charge, Patia Bhubaneswar, who have been providing us the required support and guidance. I'd like to thank our esteemed speaker, Sister B.K. Archana, who has given time from her busy schedule and shared her insights on all these powers. I also thank all our backend hosting team for pulling off this program so successfully. Most importantly, I would like to thank all of you, the participants, who have taken time from your busy schedule to join this event. I hope the learning from this session will go a long way in our life. Thank you again. Thank you, Supreme Father Shiv Baba. Om Shanti.
Thank you, Shiv Baba. Thank you to everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Can we have the ending meditation, the 8 powers?
Yes.
Are you playing the video?
हम इस शरीर के अंदर स्वयं को मस्तक की भ्रुकुटी में चमकती हुई ज्योति महसूस करें। एक ऐसी लाइट जिससे दिव्य प्रकाश सारे वायुमंडल में फैल रहा है। अनुभव करें कि मुझ आत्मा के पिता परमात्मा, जो कि सर्व शक्तियों के सागर है, उनसे अष्ट शक्तियों की किरणें निकल मुझ आत्मा पर प्रवाहित हो रही है। एक एक कर सभी अष्ट शक्तियां मुझ में समाती जा रही है। निर्णय करने की शक्ति, सामना करने की शक्ति, सहयोग की शक्ति, विस्तार को संकीर्ण करने की शक्ति, समेटने की शक्ति, सहन शक्ति, समाने की शक्ति, परखने की शक्ति, ये सभी शक्तियां प्राप्त कर मैं आत्मा शक्ति स्वरूप का अनुभव कर रही हूं। अब ये शक्तियां मुझ आत्मा से निकलकर संपूर्ण विश्व में फैल रही है, जिससे सभी आत्माएं शक्तियों से संपन्न बनती जा रही है और सारा वातावरण पवित्रता और शुद्धता से संपन्न होता जा रहा है।
Om Shanti. Thank you, sister. And